Hare Krishna. Any Matajis want to do a kirtan? Hare Krishna, you can start, Matajis.
Hare Krishna Mataji, may I sing?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Go ahead.
श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर भगवान की जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय गौरनित्याय जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद जय शील प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की थैंक यू माताजी हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Meenakshi Mataji, I have made you the host, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Who's the speaker, Mataji? I don't know.
Mataji, I think it is Premdatta Gauraji.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Anybody else wants to do a kirtan? Till then, Prabhu joins.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I welcome you on behalf of ICF Prabhuji. You can take it forward, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Premdata Prabhuji. Am I audible, Prabhuji? We are not able to hear you.
Oh, sorry, Mataji. I didn't unmute myself. Sorry about that, Mataji.
No
Sorry
problem,
about
Prabhuji.
that.
Hare Krishna Pranams.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that I'm on. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Bihari Radhe, Jaya Radha. गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा विनोद राधा विनोद राधे जय राधे जय राधे राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे 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 गोविंद 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 राधे गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शन जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी बाबा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी बाबा तुम्हें जयो न सिंगारे जयो न सिंगारे Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Sankirtan ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Hare Krishna. Today I have been allocated verses Srimad Bhagavatam 3.29.11.12. This is from the third canto, the status quo. And since the classes are being conducted by almost new devotees every month, every day actually, which is very healthy, which is very nice that so many 30 preachers are getting to preach. And Ashish Prabhu communicated to me that he's planning to have all the different speakers all the days, which is actually excellent because Lord has n number of mouths and he is very powerful. And we are all so tiny that nobody here who, among us can really claim that we know everything about the Lord because he himself proclaims in Bhagavad Gita that everyone not even know themselves properly, but I know everybody. What to talk about people knowing me? So I know everybody because I am Kshetrajna. But you yourselves are Kshetras, the soul staying in the body, doesn't even know the body and their own mind properly, what to do and what not to do. So that's why when I heard this, I was first of all feeling, oh, I'm not getting at least 2 times in a month I'll get to speak. But I realized, I didn't even thought about it much because we are not here to preach. Actually, we are here to first preach our own selves, then to preach others. Not that we not supposed to preach. Yara dekhe tara kehe Shri Krishna Desh. Not that way, but first preaching should be ourselves. So we are not meant only to preach others and not to follow ourselves. So this endeavor is very important, and that is why I am very happy to be back with you after a long time. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayamudire Tanashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Okay, so I'll sing and translate and read the synonyms quickly and purport also, and I'll explain. We have already into 15 minutes of the session, and we'll end the session on time. But sometimes question answers do take time. It's okay. I'll try to answer whatever I can. If I'm not, I'll pass on to all of you to discuss. But I hope that a lot of devotees are asking questions. If in the ICF group they had asked questions, wonderful, very thought-provoking questions. And one of them I was privileged enough to understand it and answer it. So please go through all those questions. Even it was a big realization for me about the spiritual world. So please please go through those answers also, because the idea is not to complete Bhagavatam. The idea is not to memorize Bhagavatam. The idea is not to show panditai to others, but the idea is to really understand, become humble. And I think, I don't know about you all, but to me personally, I feel um, still a lot of things to understand. I'll give you an example why I'm not even reading shloka and telling you. Sometimes we feel we come here and read and hear Bhagavatam, we tend to take things for granted. Yesterday, I saw a very young child, day before yesterday and Sunday in ICC, where I usually take care of the Sunday feast program along with one more devotee. And I've been taking care of Sunday feast from past 20 years almost, in my time of spending 24 years in Krishna consciousness. So I saw a very young child. Okay, why are we reading Bhagavatam? To make ourselves become aware of what is happening around us. So one devotee's relative's son he is, and he's singing bhajan. One bhajan after another bhajan after another bhajan, and all memorized. And when the pujari devotee saw, Prabhu, aap itna surprised kyun hai? Why are you so surprising? I said, I see him every day, but today I'm realizing he's singing one bhajan after another. Then I asked him, Prabhu, what is his age? He said, Prabhu, he's hardly 5.5, 6. I was like, as if somebody gave me a very big tight slap. Prabhu, what are you? What were you doing at the age of 5, 6? I don't know. Then suddenly another bombshell came. So I became completely impressed by that devotee. But the other senior devotee said, then the pujari came and said, garland kar do isko. Kya soul hai, baba? I went and garlanded him. Okay, being very, very elder to him. Then one devotee came and said, Premadata, this is an indication to all of us. I said, yes, Prabhuji, why are you saying this boy who's singing so well is an indication to us? What sort of indication Lord wants to do? Then he's saying, see, this doesn't come from this birth. You understood? Did you get the idea what I'm trying to say? I said, yeah, okay. So suddenly mere muh se nikla, it came out to me, and I should not say it, but this is realization. I said, Prabhu, do you think that he was in his journey last birth, and he achieved a lot of things, but he couldn't succeed despite with so much knowledge? And now Krishna is so merciful, given him to start from the beginning, and that is why he's having so much of knowledge. He's having so much of, and he sings as if he is a 50-year-old man. And Prabhu alap leta, he takes alap and all that in such a way that even a seasoned singer is like, ye kya kar raha hai? Then one or two devotees said, Sarhu, matlab, he's like this only, Prabhu. I see him in some Bhakti Vriksha, I see him in that. Amazing. And he puts a chutiya, very big chutiya and all that. Okay, theek hai, well, that's all external. But suddenly one devotee said, isiliye kehte hain, dekho, Lord is so merciful giving him chance. But then I was like surprised, oh my God, if I am not clearing this exam, will I be also taking birth again? Although that I have spent a lot of time, Krishna will ask me to do it again, all this. And अरे मुझे गुस्सा आया था अपने ऊपर, मैं समझ में नहीं, I was confused, I was in fear that am I to be impressed by this devotee, or shall I take a fearful message out of this young devotee? I got completely perplexed. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है अभी भी कि मैं क्या करूं, क्या मैं जो ये सब कर रहा हूं, क्या am I getting clear? So of course we know out of experience that the pull from Krishna's world is from top to bottom. You can do you write an exam and then submit it. It's up to the examiner or the college principal or the authorities of that university. They feel you are deemed enough to be passed. And Krishna consciousness is not just a mere passing of an IIM, Indian Institute of Management exam, or any competitive exam that you give paper and then bound to pass you, because then you can go to the supplemental and ask them to show your papers, and then you do a re-verification, and if somebody has done, put a court case on the university and get it cleared. There are a lot of people who have done that. Their exams were not properly checked because the examiner gets money to check. He was not paid well. He also checked it like this. So all that format. But what is there in Krishna's world? Nothing is there. Krishna is the sole proprietor of this university known as the Krishna Consciousness Society. And he's the result giver. He is the exam putter. He is the one who's expecting us to improve. With this realization of mine, I felt I'm ready to do anything for the Lord. Devotees are there who say that don't worry, if God, Lord sends you, again you will suffer, but don't ask him to get liberation. But I think somewhere I am coward. I'm telling you, I'm coward, and I'm using ISKCON principle, Yara dekhe tara. First preaching to myself. So even when I'm speaking to all of you, I'm telling myself, Baba, humse na ho payega. This is very dangerous. Who will come back again and stay in the womb of a mother 9 months and then say, Lord, give me more service? And then people are saying, Prabhu, we'll go to Nargaloka and serve together. Arre Baba, idhar to dunya saval nahi rahi hai. I am not able to tolerate this world. What to talk about Nargaloka? So all this is up to you. I have shared my heart to you that while I'm sitting here today, I am giving this class with this mentality. Prabhu, please deliver me. Even I don't know whether I'll get delivered or not, but whatever shlokas I will speak, I will try to do justice with them. And even if I don't remember any shloka at the end of your life, I should serve you honestly. With this, let's start the first shloka for today. Madguna Shruti Matrena Mai Sarva Guhashay Manogatir Avichinna Yatha Gangam Bhaso Ambudhau Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Hai Udritam Ahituki Avyavahita Ya Bhakti Purushottame. Synonyms. I'll go quickly. Let's directly go to the understanding and read every line. Ekaksharam Mahakavyam. These are all Mahakavyam. Ekaksharam. Every akshar is Mahapataka Nashanam. Means whatever the calamities which can come, it will remove. So every word of Ramayana, Bhagavat, Upanishads is very important. So let's read with that concept in mind. Synonyms. Mat means of me, guna means quality, shruti means of hearing, matrena means just, mai towards me, sarva guha asya residing in everyone's heart, manaha gati the heart's course, avichinna continuous, yatha means as, Ganga of the Ganges, ambhashaha where I stuck. Okay, ambhashaha means the water. Ambudau towards the ocean, Lakshanam, the manifestation, Bhakti Yogasya of devotional service, Nirgunasya, unadulterated, means Nirgunasya here, Guna generally we say of the quality, good quality and bad quality, or maybe here in terms of, the bad qualities come in the, in the lower Guna, which is the Tamo, and good qualities, they come up in Satagun. So a lot of people get confused. They say Nirguna means Nirakar, Nirguna means God is without any qualities. Okay, it's not that. God has the maximum qualities and the qualities which we will never be able to realize. And so we are all children. Why I said that it is very important that many people should hear Katha and all of you should become the preachers. And believe me, I am telling you, the current set of preachers, if you remove one by one Ashish Prabhu in next 1 year, and all of you who are listening every day also start taking initiations, shiksha levels in some of the ISKCON temples wherever you are, and you start giving classes, that is what you all should focus. If you think you have come here to just listen, blah, 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 what devotee is telling about Bhagavat, and you are listening and thinking you will be happy, no. You please start taking initiations. You start please going to temples. You start getting into Bhakti Riksha formats, Nam Hattas, whatever, along with these programs, and make some line on the stone of this Vaishnava principles. Don't say, oh, I am devotee at heart. I don't need to wear dhoti. I don't need to put tilaka because I'm putting tilaka from my heart. No, all these physical things are also important because these are preaching to others. Yara dekhe Tara kahe Shri Krishna Udesh. So please, everything is related. So next 1.5 years, 2 years, you at least the goal should be 20% among you should be initiated, and you should start taking class, and people like me should not be even given chance. That Baba, ye group, then they should create another group where we should preach, and then the same cycle repeats. And you all take new people in your group, and all of you 30 people here, 20 people become the preachers. I don't know how many people we are here. 38. That means 31 month is covered by all of you. And if you are thinking you are here just to listen, you are highly wrong. Please take to preaching. Minimum 1,000 devotees you should make. Lakshanam, the manifestation, Bhakti Yogasya. Okay, we read all that. And then I think Bhakti is devotional service. Causeless is Avyahita, not separated. Ya means which. Bhakti means devotional service. Purusha Uttame, towards the Supreme Personality of God. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I hope I am quite audible. If just because I'm seeing a complete silence.
Yes,
Everybody, okay, cool. Very nice. Thank you. The manifestation of translation with Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Lord. Now, this attraction, what they are saying is the manifestation of the unadulterated devotional service. I'll tell you one example of unadulterated devotional service. When I started my life 22 years back, 23, 24 years back in Mumbai. That time I was very young, but I was following 16 days in ISKCON, 16 rounds, following Kantingwala, wearing Kantimala, putting tilak, dhoti. I think dhoti I used to seldom wear because I was very young. I used to feel what people will say I'm wearing, such a young fellow wearing dhoti. I didn't understand that concept that dhoti is for my own purification. But anyway, the point what I'm trying to tell you is when I started this life, then suddenly I got a job with some MNC and I came to Bangalore. I met more devotees and I got involved more because Bombay, the distances were very high. It used to take me 2 hours to reach temple, 2 hours to come back. Where will I serve? 4 hours I'm traveling in Bombay from one corner to another corner of the city. So then what happened? I came here and I'll tell you what do I in my small mind means unadulterated devotional service is that when we don't expect anything in return from the Lord. Now this has a caveat, okay? Anya bhilashate shunyam. कोई इच्छा मत रखो, प्रभु से उसकी सेवा करो. See, ये बोलने के लिए अच्छा लगता है, okay? बोलने में अच्छा लगता है और यही तरीका भी है. This is right. This is what we should do. But we are in neophyte stage. I won't say neophyte in the sense in terms of how the devotees are. One second. I think I'm too. Yeah. Okay. I think this is better. So, for devotees like me, although practicing for 24 years, I think I'm still licking sugar bottle from outside the bottle. This is my observation. Probably Lord may be thinking, nahi, tum chini kha rahe baba. Itna bhi nahi, tum kar rahe ho. But others should tell you, you should not tell you. So that's why I'm saying I'm putting myself back. So unadulterated devotional service means we don't expect anything from the Lord. But if you realize everything is being supplied directly, indirectly by the Lord, you will go mad, but you cannot really feel, you have no devotee can, say, I have never asked anything from the Lord. It's practically, I think, to my sense, not possible. Even if you are a brahmachari, completely dedicated to the Lord, even sitting inside the temple, someday you will say, Lord, my mother is ailing, please help her. That is material only because she's having a material body. You have a material relation. Your actual mother is your spiritual master. Because you are getting parents in every birth. You are getting spiritual master once in many janma. If you are serious enough and Krishna thinks you are prepared enough. Now, you may get a spiritual master every birth also. There is no guarantee in a human birth, but you are not making use of your spiritual master. And so he's coming down again and again. And for this, my Guru Maharaj beautifully says that there was a question does spiritual master will ever go back to spiritual world? Answer is yes and no both. He goes to the spiritual world, hand over some devotees and come back and brings more. And then he handovers to some devotee over there who takes it from there. Can you imagine this? The spiritual master, what we see here, is a representation of Krishna and is actually indirect way of Krishna's representation. Indirect, direct, whatever you say. Okay, he is trying to just take you and go hand over to another devotee in spiritual world who will take care of you from there. Then he goes back and then brings more souls. It's like a very cooperative world, not corporate world, cooperative world. इधर से दो लो, वो ईंट देता है ना, he throws the ईंट and he catches the brick and puts it in the trolley. Like that, the spiritual master throws, le lo, there is one more soul coming. And then he catches, thank you. Okay, you have understood. You saw, you will not get anything from material. Get inside. And he puts you in the place where. So this is like a brick throwing onto the trolley and the other guys, 2-3 people taking and putting. Okay, हमारा यही हाल है. This is what our spiritual masters are doing actually. They are the masons to bring us. Okay. So unadulterated service means it is impossible that you won't ask anything from the Lord. Spiritually you ask, it's okay. But sometimes you ask material things. So that is why there is a caveat that why am I really doing an unadulterated service? Because I asked, my son is going for 10 and Krishna, please help him in his exams. What wrong is there in asking? But you cannot, parents are so tense when the child is going for exams, any exam, competitive, whatever, right? So then you say, okay, make your son a devotee. That means anything what he does in life, it becomes spiritualized. And so then you can ask spiritual things from the Lord. Lord, as long as I am here, give me some bread to eat so that I can preach others. Okay, I hope you understood. So like this, when I saw one new devotee coming to ISKCON, he was an LIC agent or some agent from, why shall I name some LIC only? But I know, I want to retract this LIC word. Don't consider this as, he was selling some insurance agency. I met him during book distribution. I said, please come, and there's a small program we are organizing. Come and join us. He got so many, his organization's card. And then when he came, he said, okay, very nice. He sat, then he started distributing things. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm doing, maybe some of you may take some plans from me for insurance and all that. I didn't say anything, but later on I saw he went away. I don't know whether he became a devotee or not. That is, I say, is we are trying to seek material things even from the spiritual perspective. But he was a new devotee. I'm not blaming him. But if we are a seasoned devotee and we are using our devotee circle for material gains, as long as that devotee is matured enough that you don't spoil your life and you don't decrease your devotion, then it is okay. Otherwise, Prabhupada says, don't do business among devotees. It's okay. Sometimes you do. Some devotees I know make agarbattis. Some devotees I know they're making some juices, some oils and all, and selling in the temple. As long as they're able to maintain it, they don't fight with the temple on the business aspects. If they are very matured, theek hai baba, kar lo. Otherwise, it's dangerous. Then it becomes into, unadulterated devotional service automatically purifies you. Otherwise, you have very hidden reasons. So see, this one line has taken me so much time to explain. Ekaksharam mahakavyam. Every word is so difficult to explain. And we are expected to cover 5 slokas. Don't you think we are running with bullet train on a 100-meter track, where the train is itself bigger than the track? Yeah. So I don't know what we are doing, but okay, nothing better than this, that at least we are able to read Bhagavatam. So no act, even if it is a bullet train on a shorter track, is better than no bullet train and no track. So this is a good thing. Still, at least we are all able to read quickly. Okay, but go and revise when you go home. Anyway, you are at home only. The manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one mind is at once attracted, hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Lord, who is residing in everyone's heart. Just as the water Ganges flows naturally down the ocean, such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material condition, flows towards the Supreme Lord. So unadulterated devotional service should be also uninterrupted by any material condition. Means if it is too cold, very simple example, no, I will not take bath. I get a challenge. Sometimes I sleep at 3. What sometimes? Yesterday I slept at 3. Okay, because my job is such, I'm into sales support, and I have to submit a proposal, a very multi-million dollar deal, but yet I have to wake up at 5 because my son goes to school at 7. And I feel very morose. I feel very down if I don't follow this principle of waking up early. It might cost my health at some point of time, but then I work from home, so I take rest. So I don't want to tell you that kill yourself. No, devotional service is not fanaticism, but I take care by staying at home. Sometimes I relax, close my eyes, but I'm not an afternoon person. So I generally take good sleep only in the night, but not every day I work till 3, 11:30 also I sometimes close. And somehow I'm managing because now I'm expected, supposed to, Krishna expects me to be so mature enough that 20 साल हो गया तुझे इस्कॉन में, ये सब तुझे पता होना चाहिए कि how to handle all this. So I'm happy about it. And so I don't even look very tired even if I sleep less. I make somehow or the other, and I keep myself cool. ये जिंदगी में, you are supposed to be royally accepting your defeat in this material world. This material world is supposed to defeat you. And the whole essence of Krishna consciousness is to accept this material defeat gracefully. I'm telling you, from the time I've been telling, Krishna has been failing me materially on every single corner of my life. But believe me, if those who are failing materially is what our Acharya, day before yesterday, I was in ICC in Sunday, there was a wonderful class by one of our devotee, and he's from Girgaon Chapati. Husband wife had come, and we know Prabhuji from long because I was there in Girgaon Chapati also, and he gave us a topic, the lines on the stone. So what he was also mentioning about Prabhupada, how much he suffered for us. Everybody when talks about Prabhupada, they all say Prabhupada suffered so much for us. He used to sleep hardly 2.5 hours, wrote so many books, traveled so many times. And from Delhi to Vrindavan, he has traveled number of times. Nobody knows the count, because he was publishing his books back to Godhead. Okay, that another realization. And then he told a lot of things. So please, this uninterrupted devotional service is very important, despite any challenges. Purport. The basic principle of this unadulterated, pure devotional service is love of Godhead. Managuna Shruti Matrena means just after hearing the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Lord, means just after hearing the transcendental glories of the Lord, means Madgana Shruti Matrena, Madgata Shruni Matrena. I just heard something very nice about Lord, so I am almost thinking about it. And suddenly my wife comes and says, hey Premadata, hey Prabhu, you have to go out to get something. And I couldn't answer him properly. That means I am in the bliss of what I heard, or being challenged by that philosophy, that am I doing right everything? Like something similar to happen to me when I saw this young kid. I was so impressed, but suddenly somebody came and spoke. That also shows if you don't succeed, you will have to begin it from again. It really it was. And people were discussing this hard fact, and I was like, I couldn't hear anything because I was blank. I couldn't hear anything, anybody. It was all blank. That what if after 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, I am also there? मेरा तो रोंगटे खड़े हो गए. मैंने कहा, लॉर्ड अब मैं क्या करूं? मैं तो जानता हूं यही जिंदगी नहीं संभल रही. I am not able to handle this life, what to talk. And people are so good in philosophy. Baba, उनको मैं devotees को देखा, they are so equipped, so happy, they do something. I find myself not so easy for me to devotional service. I think devotees I see are flawless in doing devotions. So this statement is for devotees, for me, because I think I'm not that flawless. Okay, so I'm judging myself. I'm no one to judge to others. The Supreme Lord is uncontaminated by the material nature, modes of material nature. Therefore, he's attracted to the pure devotee. He is no need to practice meditation to attain such attraction. Now, a devotee who is not influenced by material modes will only get attracted to. So, however, you are lesser attracted by modes, you will be that proportionally attracted towards the Lord. It is very big fact. If we are materially conditioned to that degree, we become attracted to Krishna if we start working towards it. So slowly the anartha from our hearts and we start giving up coffee, chai, ये तो सब छोटी चीजें हैं. I'm saying giving up hatred to others, talking bad about others, excessive buying lands, excessive going for money, doing anything and everything forsaking the Lord's service. Like Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj, we all say, he remembered deer at the end of his life. But if you go and read the 5th canto, you hear, I think it's 5th canto only, you hear, beginning of 5th canto, you hear more about, because he gave up his devotional service for the taking care of that baby deer. So that we should never do. Whatever success you get, please continue serving Krishna. So then there is no need to practice meditation to attain such attraction. Very big point. If we are doing devotional service, automatically our purity will start coming in. We will never realize and we'll be spontaneously attracted to the Lord. You don't have to impress the management of the temple or anybody else to impress the Lord. You just serve honestly to Krishna, honestly his devotees. Automatically they are saying such attraction you will develop towards the Lord. So it is something, an example also is that there is no need to practice meditation to attain such attraction. ऐसा बैठा है, meditate कर रहा है. अरे service करो, आंख खोल के, कान खोल के, नाक खोल के. Meditation करना बुरा नहीं है. In your personal life, at around somewhere at some point of the day you want to do, because you have been working so hard, going to temple, you want to relax. Meditate. बहुत हो गया, अब थोड़ा अपने को भी रोको. वो बुरा नहीं. But हर वक्त वही करना and not serving the Lord is not permitted. Okay. There is no need to practice meditation to attain such a. The pure devotee is already in the transcendental stage, and the affinity between him and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is natural and is compared to the Ganges flowing towards the sea. So, like how river Ganges automatically flows. Nobody puts Ganges and digs the road and puts the Ganges in the ocean. Automatically, Lord has produced. Thank you. You can highlight that. So, the flow of Ganges water cannot be stopped by any condition. Similarly, a pure devotee's attraction for the transcendental name, form, pastimes of the Lord cannot be stopped by any material condition. The word avichinna, without interruptions, is very important in this connection. No material connection can stop, no material condition can stop the flow of devotional service of a pure devotee. I'll tell you an example. You are a father or a mother. You scold your child. That means, and because child did a wrong thing, will you stop giving him parenthood feeling? Will you stop becoming parent to him? Will you stop arranging food for him? Will you stop sending him school? No. Same way you expect your son also. That if in case parents are wrong somewhere, you can be wrong somewhere, and your child may be correct. Will he stop loving you? No, you go to school and he stops going to school. Papa ne mere ko khilona nahi diya. He didn't give me this. He didn't give me that. I'll not go to school. What will you do? You'll convince him. Sometimes with tight hand and sometimes with really lovely hand, but you give tight hand. It's just like a hitting with newspaper, right? No parents want to hurt. Okay. So like this, the word ahitaki means without reason. Now, there is another stage above this. Till now, uninterrupted, because I love Krishna. But ahituki means without reason. You are not going for any material, without any reason. You are just serving Lord because you have understood He is the sonam bonam. Vasudevam sarvamiti. A pure devotee does not render loving service to the personality of God for any cause or benefit. I started this class with that point. Material or spiritual. You see, they are saying even spiritual. You can't even ask spiritual benefit. Oh my God. Hey, what is this saying? Let's read this again. Oh, pure devotee does not render loving service, personality of God for any condition or benefit, material or spiritual. You know, spiritual, I'll give you an example. I already read it, so I know the answer. I was pretending that I didn't read it, but that's how we should be. I learned from my maths teacher. He used to always solve the question like he's solving it the first time. I said, last year also you taught the same subject. He said, no, I have to pretend like that so that everybody feels I am not a hero and he's just solving, and then that student gets depression. So you read it, automatically it'll come to you. So he says, if you become a maths teacher in my place, in the study circle we used to go, he said, tum bhi 2 saal baad tumhe samajh mein aayega, but you will give a pause so that everybody comes with you. You know it because I am doing it every year. Doesn't mean. So I keep reading. It doesn't mean that I become a pandit. It's just that I sometimes we have memorized for the sake of writing on the board. Okay, so hear me very clearly what I'm saying. So sometimes we tend to say, Krishna, relieve me from all this janjat. I want to go back to spiritual world. That is asking of spiritual. One example I feel we can relate to. So this is the first. But it doesn't mean you can't ask. See, I'll tell you, when I was very new in ISKCON, I didn't get initiated by that time. I wanted to deity worship. I wanted to do deity worship. And I had so much of desire, and suddenly in next 2-3 years, I got initiated and I started doing deity worship. Tomorrow is again, I'm resuming back because the new temple has formed. So they have formed some teams. A lot of devotees are there. So I'm also getting one chance. Okay. Tomorrow I have to reach there by 3:34, 4:35, whatever, So like that. And I did just a couple of months back. I was doing it for 3-4 years continuously. Okay. So that's my desire got fulfilled. So there is no harm in asking God, I want to wear this Vishnu Talaka. Buy the Gopi Chandan, put it. Such devotional service is meant for the Purushottama, the Supreme. Such devotional service is meant to be done for Purushottama, the Supreme Personality, and not for anyone else. Sometimes pseudo devotees show devotion to many demigods, thinking that the forms of the demigods to be the same as Supreme Personality of Godhead form. It is specifically mentioned herein, however, that bhakti devotional service is meant only for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, not for anyone else. Avyahita, not even for your own self. What does that mean? Yes, you should serve Krishna because you don't even own your own self. You have a minute independence, but if Krishna wants, he can remove that minute independence. But why he doesn't remove is because no father wants a robotic child. The father wants he should be himself loving me. For that much freedom he has done. Because how are we born? He removes one of the splinter from his soul, and then we become Mamayvamsho. We are the Ansha of the Lord. So he says, though I am one, I shall become many. So like this, we are being produced because of his unlimited desires. He wants to produce all of us. He's making everybody come out of him and then ask those splinters to serve him. And this is the game of material and spiritual world. He can expand himself in spiritual world. This is what I want to bring this answer. He can expand himself unlimitedly in the spiritual world. And what happens? A devotee can also, a soul can also expand unlimitedly in spiritual world and try to serve the Lord. So then one devotee was saying, I read in a comment by an initiated devotee in a website, he says, that is why we say, Prabhupada used to say, Baba, first leave this world, go to spiritual world. All your desires will be fulfilled, what are unfulfilled here. But they should be clean desires. Okay? Like that. So that means it's a fantasy world. What you cannot imagine, you are so powerful. But here, we have taken that condition of being so powerful over there in spiritual world, taken for granted. So Krishna sends us in a human body and several bodies to understand this humbleness, enjoy that power there, but with responsibility. So if you are not responsible over there, you fall to the material world based on that point. I mean, some people, they say is that because Lord desires that, but it's like both the sides. So I don't want to get into a very difficult topic, which I may not be capable to explain you. But in end, you just understand we are being thrown here to put ourselves into the Siddhi Swarupa, means the service which we are doing for the Lord over there. But we become very powerful to bring that humbleness back in us, that reviving that love for Krishna back in us, which is already dormanted, but it is being hidden by this body. We have to bring it out. So avyavita means without cessation. After this, please raise your hands and we will continue with reading one by one all the shlokas, and there will be all supportive meanings to this. So you can raise your hands and coordinator Mataji can just allocate 6-7 people and give Prabhu's Mataji's chance, give everybody some chance to read. You never know, one among us may not be there tomorrow. Okay, not to scare you, but this is fact. A pure devotee must engage in the service of the Lord 24 hours a day without cessation. His life is so molded that at every minute, every second, he engages in some sort of devotional service to the personality of Godhead. Another meaning of the word avyahita is the interest of the devotee and the interest of the Supreme Lord are on the same level. What is the interest of the Lord for us? To serve him purely. What is our interest? Lord, I want to be always happy. But Lord says, if you want to be happy, be with me. I'll be happy, you will be happy. Your son, see, that is the Rona of this world. That is the cry of this world. We stay in some place, our parents stay in some place. For bread, we go out and we become strangers to our own parents. And then what happens? You lose the affection for your parents. And then you get married, and then in married life, you become so much, you don't have the time to see your dying parents. I don't want to go further here. You all know what I'm saying. And then we say, Papa, mera chala gaya, pata hi nahi laga. I haven't seen my father growing gray. His hair is becoming white and dwindling. But I try to bring him with me, and so we try to gap this. But in spiritual world, Krishna, there is no death. So Krishna says, stay with me forever. There is no point. The devotee has no interest but to fulfill the transcendental desire, and that is the desire of the Lord. He wants to enjoy with us. Such spontaneous service of the unto the Supreme Lord is transcendental and is never contaminated by the modes of material. Means you are never, even if you become a devotee, the modes of the material nature will stop troubling you. Maya will stop troubling you here. But believe me, it is a very difficult situation. To become a devotee is a very big stage. That is why I am saying we are all trying to be devotees. These are the symptoms of pure devotional service, which is free from all contamination of material nature. Hari Bol. I think I have done my part, and I know we have 10 minutes left, but I think we can make a quick reading. And I've given you an essence, and the next slokas are just more further there. So let's go to the next sloka, and who wants to sing, quickly read.
Hare Krishna. Purport also, Prabhuji. Should we read?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Prabhuji. Oh my God, that purport is very big, huh? Yeah, see, it's very difficult to finish. But let's do like this. Read the shloka, and then don't read just read translation. And if in case there is something, if it is really important, I will let you know. But just go and read first the translation and shloka.
Hare Krishna. Sudha Mataji, you can read the shloka. Prushabhanu Mataji, you can read the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Salokya Sashti Samipya Sarupya Kaipatvam Apyuta Diyamanam Nagananti Veena Mat Sevanam Jana. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. Translation by Sri Prabhupada ki jai. A pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation. Salokya, Srasti, Samipya, and Swarupya or Ekatva. Even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay, can somebody read this? Whoever, can somebody read very quickly this purport? Then next
Shall I
purport
read,
will
Prabhuji?
Yes, but you have to read very quickly.
Yes, Prabhuji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Chaitanya teaches us how out of spontaneous love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Shikshashtaka, he prays to the Lord, "O Lord, I do not wish to gain from you any wealth, nor do I wish to have a beautiful wife, nor do I wish to have many followers. All I want from you is that in life after life, I may remain a pure devotee at your lotus feet." There is similarity between the prayers of Lord Chaitanya and the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya prays in life after life, indicating that a devotee does not even desire the cessation of birth and death. The yogis and empiric philosophers desire cessation of the process of birth and death, but a devotee is satisfied even to remain in this material world and execute devotional service. It is clearly stated herein that a pure devotee does not desire ekatva, oneness with Supreme Lord, as desired by the impersonalists, the mental speculators, and the meditators. To become one with the Supreme Lord is beyond the dream of a pure devotee. Sometimes he may accept promotion to the Vaikuntha planets to serve the Lord there, but he will never accept merging into the Brahman effulgence, which he considers worse than hellish. Such ekatva or merging into the effulgence of the Supreme Lord is called Kaivalya, but the happiness derived from Kaivalya is considered by the pure devotee to be hellish. The devotee is so fond of rendering service to the Supreme Lord that the 5 kinds of liberation are not important to him. If one is engaged in pure transcendental loving service to the Lord, it is understood that he has already achieved the 5 kinds of liberation. When a devotee is promoted to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, he receives 4 kinds of facilities. One of these is Salokya, living on the same planet as the Supreme Personality. The Supreme Person in his different plenary expansions lives on innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and the chief planet is Krishna Loka. Just as within the material universe, the chief planet is the sun, in the supreme spiritual world, the chief planet is Krishna Loka. From Krishna Loka, the bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna is distributed not only to the spiritual world, but to the material world as well. It is covered by matter, however, in the material world. In the spiritual world, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and on each one of the Lord is a predominating deity. A devotee can be promoted to one such Vaikuntha planet to live with the personality of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Sarshti, the liberation of the opulence of the devotee is equivalent to the opulence of the Supreme Lord. Samibhya means to be a personal associate of the Supreme Lord. In Sarubhya, liberation, the bodily features of the devotees are exactly like those of the Supreme Person, but for 2 or 3 symptoms found exclusively on the transcendental body of the Lord. Srivatsa, for example, the hair on the chest of the Lord particularly distinguishes him from his devotees. A pure devotee does not accept these 5 kinds of spiritual existence even if they are offered, and he certainly does not hanker after material benefits, which are all insignificant in comparison with the spiritual benefits. When Prahlada Maharaj was offered some material benefits, he stated, "My Lord, I have seen that my father achieved all kinds of material benefits, and even the demigods were afraid of his opulence. But still, in a second, you have finished his life and all his material prosperity. For a devotee, there is no question of desiring any material or spiritual prosperity. He simply aspires to serve the Lord. That is his highest happiness." Hare Krishna. Pranams, Prabhuji.
Are you preaching also, Mataji, coordinator Mataji?
Not much, Prabhuji. Only in a
No,
very small
see,
way.
no. See, I was about to tell you how beautifully and how so explanatory. I mean, even while you did such a great service to the Lord. And I was just telling all of you can become preacher. If you are not initiated, Mataji, please get in the circles of the devotee. If you are initiated, sorry, forgive me. I don't know much about all of you.
No,
But
Prabhuji, I'm not initiated.
okay,
Long way to
then
go.
talk to the authorities here, talk to Ashish Prabhu, whichever city you stay, please associate with devotees, get initiated. It is a loss to ISKCON, it is a loss to Srila Prabhupada that devotees like you are doing such a wonderful reading here. You are explaining and you are so talented. It's not easy to read so much with expressions so long. It's a loss to us, loss to the movement if you all are not getting initiated. What is the use of this group if you all are not getting initiated? Initiation means passport, not rubber stamping. But get initiated because so that you can make others initiation. Initiation is necessary. Okay, the Guru's mercy, even a fire sacrifice, you all have to sit. That is why I am saying 50 साल इस ग्रुप को चलाया, 5 डिवोटी भी इनिशिएट नहीं हुआ, क्या फायदा हुआ ICF का? Doing then. So please make sure you talk Ashish Prabhu and make sure that you all get that platform and get initiated at the earliest. Get some letters written from Ashish to the temple management and get yourself initiated. Of course, following all the rules and regulations. Please, this is a compliment to you. At the same time, compliment with the responsibility. When we become powerful, with every some power, you come with some baggage of responsibility. All right, Mataji, very great job done. You are inspiring each one of us here. Please, let's see how is the shloka. Yeah, this can be read quickly. We have 3 more minutes. And I have a habit just in time. I am an MBA graduate. We used to read just in time. Most of the best things happen just in time sometimes. It's a Japanese technology of operations, business operations. So let's have just in time reading by someone more devotee. But he has to promise to do it quickly. Who's going to go next? 3:29:14. Only 3 hands.
Hare Krishna. Sindhu
Hare
Mataji, you can read the
Yeah.
shloka, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes. Pranams Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. 14th sloka. Sa eva bhakti yogakya atyantika udahritah enati vrajyati gunam madbhavayopapadyate.
Hold on. I ask everybody, how did she read? Please tell me, frankly. Let's
Wonderfully.
not be jealous of her. Let's be transcendentally
No, Prabhuji.
be
She read
inspired by her.
wonderfully.
How was
Hare
she
Krishna.
singing? She is singing. I'm 24 years in ISKCON. She's singing better than me. But I'm not here to compete with her. Maybe she has that, she's that quality. Do you think she should not get initiated? Does
Everyone here
anybody
needs
say?
to be initiated, Prabhuji.
She's
the right
initiated?
Hare Krishna.
No. Is she initiated? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm taking
No,
everybody like, no. Okay. So what? That's what I'm saying. Why are we coming here? Tell me, ICF. Why he has brought the group? Just to realize, no, Baba, thoda bahut to physically karna. Ye tilak lagane, abhi mita deta hu na. I'll rub this tilak off. What is the use of this tilak? Anyway, when I go in the in my office video sharing, I have to remove this because otherwise they will ask 10 questions. Then I keep answering. I have to remove it. It's skin deep. It is skin deep. I can remove it right away. Let me put a line here. I don't want to, but I can remove it. So you are reading it so well. What stops you to get initiated, Mataji? Please contact all your local authorities. Get initiated. Each one of you has to get initiated in next 1 or 2 years. Forget whether you are qualified or not. Try to follow as the best of your capability. Take some hard few things, making up early in the morning, leaving tea, coffee. What is tea, coffee? What has it given tea, coffee? You drink tea for your pleasure. That is making rich somebody else. Then why shall I drink tea? Tell me. Because it is making others rich. No, not that way, because it is hurting me also. That person is putting nicotine, caffeine, tannin and selling to fill his bank balance. It's okay. He has decided that way. You should not accept. So get initiated. Follow. These are small things. Baba, मुझसे कैसे हो चाय छूटेगी? मुझसे कैसे होगा? How will I leave tea? Prabhu, I cannot. No, Prabhu. Mataji, I've heard. Not all of you. All of you are have left tea, coffee. That doesn't matter. If you drink also, it's okay. But somewhere you have to leave this. If you can't leave tea, coffee, you can't leave lures of this world. You can't leave the taste of this world. Then how will you go back to spiritual world? That is why we do Ekadashi. One day upvas, staying close to the Lord. If that day also we live the way we are living every day, then when are we going to train? Okay, Mataji, wonderfully. Go ahead.
Now, Kishori Mataji, you can read the translation, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, brother. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandat Pranam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By attending the highest platform of devotional service, as I have explained, one can overcome the influence of the three modes of material nature and be situated in the transcendental stage, as is the Lord. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Beautiful. So all explained. All explained. Go ahead. Let's read purport, and I think we should
Purport,
be able to.
Prashanti Mataji, you can read the purport, Mataji. Hare
But
Krishna.
read it little quickly.
Hare
Purport.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams.
Pranam,
Purport
Mataji.
by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sripada Shankaracharya, who is supposed to be the leader of impersonalist school of philosophers, has admitted in the beginning of this comments on Bhagavad Gita that Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond the material creation. Except for him, everything is within the material creation. It is also confirmed in the Vedic literature that before the creation, there was only Narayana. Neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva existed. Only Narayana, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, is always in the transcendental position beyond the influence of the material creation. The material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance cannot affect the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is called Nirguna, free from all tinges of material qualities. Here, the same effect is confirmed by Lord Kapila. One who is situated in pure devotional service is transcendently situated, as is the Lord. Just as the Lord is unaffected by the influence of the material modes, so too are his pure devotees. One who is not affected by the three modes of material nature is called a liberated soul or Brahma Bhuta soul. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma is the stage of liberation. Aham Brahmasmi, I am not this body. This is applicable only to the person who constantly engages in the devotional service of Krishna and is thus in the transcendental stage. He is above the influence of the three modes of material nature. It is the misconception of the impersonalist that one can worship any imaginary form of the Lord or Brahman and at the end merge in the Brahman effulgence. Of course, to merge into the bodily effulgence, Brahman of the Supreme Lord is also liberation, as explained in the previous verse. Ekatva is also liberation, but that sort of liberation is never accepted by any devotee, for qualitative oneness is immediately attained as soon as one is situated in devotional service. For a devotee, that qualitative equality, which is the result of impersonal liberation, is already attained. He does not have to try for it separately. It is clearly stated here that simply by pure devotional service, one becomes qualitatively as good as the Lord himself. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. So, simple understanding, how is this possible? Because one of among us, when we go back, you may become spiritual master, come back, and you, Krishna says, I think you can bring some souls back. Why don't you take a birth in material world? I think you are capable. Let's go to the next level. Like this, my Guru Maharaj and who is my spiritual taker in, they have decided, I mean, they showed that maturity quality to the Lord and said, Lord, we will take this thing for you. So that is all enjoyment. Now you are all seasoned, so you can understand. Okay, this is a very, very big purport, and we
Hare
have already. Go ahead and read, and we'll give. We'll see if purport somebody can read fast.
Hare Krishna. Krishnamurti Prabhu, you can read the shloka and translation, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Nishevitena nimittena swadharmena mahiyasa kriya yogena shastena nati himsrena nityashaha. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. A devotee must execute his prescribed duties which are glorious without material profit, without excessive violence. One should regularly perform one's devotional activities. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji.
I want to talk about our Prabhu. I am 100% sure Prabhu is elder to me.
Yes, I do agree, Prabhuji. I am 70.
Yeah? You are 70, I am just 48. Okay. And I am going to say something about you, not to glorify. Niti Shastra, it said not to glorify any devotee in front of everybody because you don't know what. But I am taking one step further to inspire you and inspire everyone. That's how I am trying to understand so many days with you just in few. Tell me, he should not get initiated? The way he reads as if he's a small child. What is his age? 70. He has 30 more years, maybe 22. How much? 70 minus 48?
22.
22. 22 years more experience you have than me. Yet, you have accepted somebody younger to you. It said, okay, chalo, spiritually one can be. But you have come out of that illusion that, Baba, that boy will, he's like my son. He will teach me. Mera beta mujhe sikhayega. Ye kya hota hai? Ye kaun? Can he teach me? I am 70. I have learned so much from my life. But you have given up. At least I can understand that. Like a small child, you are coming and reading. As if you don't read, you are getting crores and crores of rupees while you are reading this. That is what every time when I hear you. Every time one Prabhu comes, you are the one who's speaking first. That is your unique quality. Why should you not get initiated? Why should you not become better and better, competing with your own self, not with others? Just become better. You also pray to Krishna. Krishna, this devotee thinks I can read it so well, so nicely. I want to know more about you. I want to become initiated. Please start desiring to get initiated. Lord will also is desiring the same.
Okay,
Can anybody
Prabhuji.
deny? Can anybody deny Prabhu should not get initiated?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhu, please take it as your child giving you a compliment. Amazing the way you sing, as if you're not 70, you're just 7-year-old. You are younger than the youngest. You must get initiated.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, now we have this, what to do with these 4 paragraphs. I would say the best teacher, when I was in engineering, he used to teach 4 teachers sums. And he says, practice this at home, the 5th, 6th. So, I think it's not a good practice spiritually, but material world time is limited. And our Ashish Prabhu has given direction. Please keep completing the classes on time. So I leave this purport as a homework for all of you. Promise that you will read this purport. Okay? With this homework, I take your leave. Hare Krishna. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you so much for the Nectarian class. We always get some realization or the other when you come to the class. So please keep coming and share your valuable insights. Can we end the class, Prabhuji, with one?
Yes. If no questions, we will end the class. Yes.
Yeah. Mataji's and Prabhuji's, any questions? Please ask. Okay, Prabhuji, it looks like no questions.
Nobody liked the class. Nobody liked the class. So where are the questions?
Prabhuji, don't say like that, Prabhuji.
The class was so wonderful. The class was so wonderful.
Nobody liked the class. So no question. Everybody was sleeping.
Prabhuji,
No,
you are inspired us like anything. How it is possible to? Is it possible to deny your classes? So if
that was wonderful. That's why we did not have any questions to ask.
Okay.
You were so clear.
It's also interesting, Prabhuji.
We are.
No, I'll tell
it
you.
has been so
Yes, that is
thought-provoking.
one more thing I would tell you before anybody wants to make a comment here. See, I have been hearing my 24 years from Radhanath Maharaj. You may be knowing His Holiness Radhanath. I've been hearing every devotee. Okay, I never feel I will only hear Radha Gopinath Prabhu or uh, Amrendra Prabhu or this. I hear everyone. Whoever comes in YouTube or something, or whoever comes in the temple, I always feel this might be my last class. But I have observed, if the best preaching is to preach in a close-ended way, not open-ended. When you preach something and you don't close your points, you have left thoughts which are unanswered. Then it is one way of preaching, because you have to be good in your subject and prepare little and give little. So if you hear very nicely Radhanath Maharajji's class, Maharajji speaks only 4 points in his entire 3-hour class, and he will keep hammering those 4 points. If he is talking about humility, he will talk from n different ways, only humility. So if there are 200 people, generally his classes are huge, filled by devotees, and either like mouth is open. The first devotee who sits to him after 3 hours, he says, do you want to hear more? And everybody says, yes, we want to hear you more. Why? It's because he's speaking. So we have to learn from these devotees. So somehow I also understood that the moment you feel some subject you are not clear with, don't unnecessarily provoke that topic, because then I myself cannot do justice. I may not be capable. So keep speaking small things and stick to what Prabhupada has given in the shloka. The answer is this: just stick to what he's speaking. He's Acharya. I am not an Acharya. How do I match him? In no way I can match him. But only what Yara dekhe, Tara kahe. I am seeing what he's telling. I am preaching and putting your own realizations in a proper way. So I think this is some technique which all of you should pick up. I'm learning this, and I'm trying to gain more know-how of this technique. That is why you will feel, you might have no questions. I just joked. So that is how you all should also preach. If you provoke something which you yourself don't know, and you can't put correct realizations, then lot of questions will come, and you will say, Prabhu, you went wrong here, you went wrong there. So to avoid that, teach this much, speak this much, but act this much in your personal life. Nobody needs to see those actions. Hari bol. Sorry, somebody wanted to say something, and then
Hare
we can
Krishna,
close the
Prabhuji.
session.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the practical session. Whenever you come, you give the practical session, Prabhuji, because all the other days we will have the like theory classes. Only when you come and point out like this, you
Achha,
have
okay.
to be initiated and all that. That really strikes, Prabhuji. Otherwise, what we are doing? Again, we will attend 1 hour class and then we will go and do the same material things. I mean, family,
Very true.
children,
Very
and
true.
everything. But we somewhere in our heart we have that desire of getting initiated. But we
I
are
know.
like any other desire, we are having it. Let it go. So whenever it happens, let it happen. But in today's class, what I just came to say my views on this, Prabhuji. I just wanted to talk
No,
because
share.
yes, Prabhuji, because
Krishna is
when
in
you
your
really
as a
forced
Paramatma
us
in
and
you.
I mean make it a point that we all should get initiated, so it was like hammering, Prabhuji, like we should have that strong desire at least. If it is not possible to get initiated, it is in the hands of Lord, and at least we should have that strong desire of getting initiated. Because after getting initiation, if we do any sins or offenses, it will all trouble the Guru. So we should.
No. Don't think that way. If that way, though, this is true. This is true. Okay. Some people, I have requested them, get in. Baba, spiritual master को तकलीफ होगा. नहीं करूँगा. Why? अरे why? ये वो बात हो गई. You want to go to US, and you say that stamping person, visa fellow, he'll have to sit and he has to do effort to stamp. What if I go to US and I commit some offense? Then government of India will be blamed. No, Baba, I will not go to US. तब तो हम क्यों नहीं कहते? Why don't we say that time that when I go to abroad and I do some mistake, my government, my India, my country will get bad name. But when I get initiative, my spiritual master will get troubled. Arey Baba, don't do bad things, na? Krishna is not fool. If you do bad things, your spiritual master get punished. but that boomerang comes to you 100 times bigger than that. Spiritual master gets only a cut, but you get major cut because you purposefully did wrong. So don't worry about that. Krishna has arrangement. He is the real owner of this world. He has answers to all the queries, all the locks. That is why it is said, if you want to be angry, angry will be with the Lord, because he can absorb your anger. He can understand you why you are showing anger to him. He has the capability. He has created you. While creation, he knew, ये बंदी एक दिन मुझसे गुस्सा करेगी. This fellow will be angry with me. He will. This fellow, our what's his name, who threw the Brahmastra to Uttara's stomach. Do you know the name?
Ashwatthama, Prabhu.
Ashwatthama.
I could have said that, but I just want to invoke. Ashwatthama is the Lord's soul only, Baba, but he has been punished to be here for as a Chiranjeevi and do penance, or whatever reason. I have not read much. I don't want to speak about it. I don't want to. People are talking about Ashwatthama because seeing this or some movie, and a lot of things. The devotees are also commenting. I don't want to get into all that, talking about movies and then. But I am saying he has been banished in this world forever. So the point is, that means we have to get initiated. Whatever best you can do for yourself, you are anyway doing. Why not spiritually? Who has stopped you? To bring one more point on this initiation, all of you, Suma Mataji and Ashish Prabhu, sit and see how many of you are 38 are joining today, right? 33. Okay, 5 chala gaya, maybe some urgent work. Put that 34, 38 people list and see which cities they are. Which is the closest temple? Which is the closest authority? Which is the closest Bhakti Vriksha? Please join. Please do. Continue with these groups. But let this group help each other to get everybody initiated. They will expect you to come and do some service. Take it na. Thoda sa service और लगेगा. Online तो ये चलता ही रहेगा every day morning. Sundays को आप class. I don't know if Sundays classes are happening. Some of you can go and start serving in the temple. Get initiated. There are Bhakti Vrikshas near your home in every city. Become initiated. You don't need to. Temple is far off from your place. Go to Bhakti Vriksha and you will get initiated via Bhakti Vriksha. So you must do what you are supposed to do. If you think Lord will, or a spiritual master will get trouble, Lord will feel I have to leave tea coffee, then nobody can help you.
Yes,
When
Prabhu.
day before yesterday, I was in temple. Okay, why I'm relating practically? There was one devotee I'm seeing from 20 years. Not for some reason. There's family troubles also, I know. Wife not supporting. Son ran away with a married lady. Okay, I'm telling you, these are the facts of life. Let us be. I never forced him. I said, Prabhu, I know you. I took his. Generally, my name Guru Maharaj has kept Premadata. I don't know. I was like that from the beginning. I took him, hugged him, and I said, Prabhu, I don't know when I'll be alive. Please take to initiation. He said, Prabhu, मुझे लगता नहीं है मैंने कहा प्रभु 20 साल से तुमको देख रहा हूँ. You are chanting 16 now. You are carrying every Sunday. What is stopping you to take that initiation, that fire? Because fire, you have to. He said, Prabhu, in fire, I have to commit. You can't even commit to the Lord, and you are saying you are coming for what? Are you coming here just for bodily pleasure? You have to commit somewhere, Baba. ऐसे कैसे चलेगा नॉन कमिटेड? हस्बैंड वाइफ के रिलेशनशिप में भी कमिटमेंट होता है. बेटे बाप के रिलेशन, एवरी रिलेशन नीड्स कमिटमेंट. हाउ कैन यू डेवलप कमिटमेंट, लव विद द लॉर्ड विदाउट कमिटिंग हिम, बाबा? His tears started coming. I didn't realize what now he'll go and complain to temple president. This fellow, throw him out. He's forcing me. I said, no, Baba, don't cry. He said, no, I'm not crying. I'm thinking why you didn't speak this all these years. I said, डर लगता है बोलने से. You will go and complain temple president. I'll be rebuked by him. Hey, तुम भगा रहा है devotees. ऐसा कहेगा वो लोग. ऐसे घबराता हूँ प्रभु. But I speak in my own pleasure way, in my own different way. Then I saw one brahmachari coming in. And I said, that brahmachari devotee is the authority in one of the authorities in temple. I said, Prabhu, I beg you, Prabhu, put one checklist, ask him to follow all these things. Get him initiated, Baba. He said, Premadatta, Prabhuji, you are elder to me, but you tell me with your experience, can horse be taken to drink water? If I take him to the well also, until unless the horse doesn't want to drink, what can I do? Then I looked at the devotee. You are a horse. You are going to, I am forcing you even to go to well. But if you are not drinking with the capillary system, what will I do? I give you glass, I give you sipper. That's what devotee is telling. So then I became peaceful. Then he understood, Prabhu, at the end of life, if you are not successful, then don't blame Krishna. I made very one point blank. And then the brahmachari devotee said, yes, that is true. If you don't want to get initiated, Lord wants you to. He's inspiring through Premadata. But if you still don't want to, so if you want to, are really serious, follow all the things. Show your commitment to at least some devotee. Krishna won't come and see your devotion. So like this, I am inspiring all of you. You will eventually, when you all get initiated, and I will come and attend each one of your devotees' classes. Those who logged off, how many people are there? All 33 people should give class. Please make sure the class which you are giving, invite me. And I will mute, I will hear your class every second. And then I'll ask question also. And that question will be to clarify my doubt, not to question you. Paripashnena sevya. I will ask question to just as a matter to service to you. Make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Very, very inspired, Prabhuji. And Lord speaks through his devotees, Prabhuji. So today's class was that. Very true, Prabhuji. Whatever thought we have in our daily life, and when we sit in the class, we get the solution to all those problems and all those thoughts, Prabhuji. It happens. So I take it seriously, Prabhuji. And thank you so much, Prabhuji. We
That's
seek
how
your
we are.
blessings. We all seek
Yes.
your blessings and prayers. Thank
No,
you
no,
so
no.
much, Prabhuji.
We should. Yeah. Let me tell you. Some devotee will say, don't, no, I cannot bless you. But I was attending Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj class. He says you can bless even the Lord. What are Alvars doing in South India? Alvars poetry. They are blessing the Lord. So I can bless you. You can bless me. We can bless each other to be blissful. So blessing to bliss. Blessing to bliss. Even an ant can bless me. I can bless the ant. That is the power of creation of Krishna.
And I have heard
Those
this,
who
Prabhuji.
understand this will understand what I'm saying. An ant can bless you and you can bless the ant.
And
That is the completeness of Krishna's creation. Everybody is Krishna's soul. We are stuck in different stages. So you are very right. I can also bless you, but equally you have to promise to bless me as well.
Hare Krishna. Sorry for the interruption, Prabhuji, again in between, because I was not uncontrolled. I wanted to speak.
No, you want to
Prabhuji.
close the
That
class?
is
I'm
the
sorry,
only
I've taken
moment.
long time.
No,
I've taken
Prabhuji,
long
that is
time,
the
then you
only
close it.
moment the Lord feels more happy, and when the people are exchanging love between, like, blessing each other. So that pleases the Lord most, Prabhuji. I have heard it in some class. Thank you so much,
Why? Bhagavad Gita
Prabhuji.
says, Mat chitta mat prana bodhiyantas parasparam kathantas cha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Chapter 10 Bhagavad Gita says, I think it's chapter 10 only. 10.7, 10.6, 10.6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He says, Mat chitta mat prana. Devotees, when they converse about me, kathantas cha mam nityam. Meri katha karte hain, they discuss about me. Katyantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They feel Rama. Rama means Ram. Ram means one who pleases the mind. So my stories, my Bhagavatam, my Ramayana, my Upanishads, my acharyas who have written about me, and one acharya has written about another acharya. All this, the knowledge about me and my children, is supposed to be giving you a lot of pleasure. That is why Krishna is known as the reservoir of all the pleasures. Only Lord can do this. We have to just reciprocate with him. I am not doing anything. If you think, Prabhu, you give wonderful class. No, I am not giving. Lord is, taking the substance out from me. And in the pleasure gives me and then derives the pleasure. So he is like, Rasika, aise chusta hai aapko. He sucks the best out of you. If you can see my hand. But you have to just let you be sucked by. He will suck your good quality of singing. He will suck your good quality of speaking. He will take the best out of you like this. Oh, dekha hai kabhi? You have seen the Scotch Brite or whatever that, a sponge with water. He is Krishna. He will extract the best out of you. In the end, the moment he leaves, you become again safe. Then he will put you in a situation, bring best out of you. Then he will you become like this. Because soul can never die. So every janma is scratching you, then leaving you. But he says, ये बहुत हो गया, अब आ जाओ ऊपर और मस्ती करेंगे. जाना तो पड़ेगा आप सबको, मुझे भी, whatever
Krishna
you do, you
Prabhuji.
all have to go there.
Hare
कितना
Krishna
मना
Prabhuji,
करेंगे?
we have seen Narsimha Swami. We have seen Narsimha Swami. Now alone.
Where
Oh,
have you?
your kind self has given an action. How the
Oh.
Narsimha Swami appeared.
Oh, his action is
Yes.
this. His action is this.
Yes.
Hiranyakashipu Bhagwan. Oh God.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
He was taking a lot of time. I am very happy to be with all of you. So much to learn from. You are all greater than me. You are more blissful than me. You are materially and spiritually more successful than me. And I pray all of you reach before me. Let me be rotting here for birth, but all of you reach, then you may be requesting Krishna, he may take me back. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Now I'm not a good student,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
but I love
Can we end the
artists.
class with prayers, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Vanchakalpadam,
Don't complain to Prabhu that I took so much time.
No, Prabhuji.
Vankrupakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyavacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Antakosta Vishnu ki Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai.
Please permit me to end the class, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna to all.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam.